Okay, it should be going live. I'm just going out to YouTube this time. Thought I'd set the camera up. And I'm doing an oil change. So, yeah. See if anybody shows up. Have all my tools ready. Oh, where's that thing at? Well, I said I have all of them ready. Doesn't mean that I do. Because I have forwards on this one, it's probably going to make a little bit more of a mess than on my other one, taking this filter off. Thank you, Harley Davidson, for getting that filter way too tight. Does not need to be that tight. Let that sit for a second. Anyone there? No one there. It's a random live anyways. It's draining out a little bit. When to get all my tools ready ahead of time. I'll get down here for the camera. Let me see. There I am. I went and I got all my stuff ready ahead of time. So hopefully I got all my tools and everything good for doing this. I just did one. I should have all of them. But I couldn't find the T25. So I had to go get one. Lovely, huh? Trying to do this without scratching my bike. Might need something to help get the old filter off. Old filter wrench off the filter. At least it grabbed it. I might need a screwdriver. What the hell is that? I might need a screwdriver to get the filter wrench out the filter. Let it sit there and drain for a second. We only need like a gallon. And I do not have most everything you need. So, I don't have a stand or anything, so I'm doing this on the ground. Hopefully you can hear me. I said a minute ago, the thing that I know I have is missing out of 3 different tool sets. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. This right here. A T25. What does that fit? This nice chrome thing over here. That fits my primary. I'm already tired. I'm fat, what can I tell you? And I got the thing under there. So what I'm going to do, should take a 5/8 wrench and a T25 over here. The transmission, we got the primary and we got the oil. I got this little thing to fit under there, so I might have to drain it more than once. Anybody here? Got one person. Cool. Let me put out a thing saying that I'm live. Cool. I bring a few people over. I don't know. My randomness. Doesn't help for the channel. I know. Do 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 do. If you're on my Discord, you're fixing to get a message. If you haven't turned them off. There you go. Sick bastard. Hey, what's up? I need this, I need this, and I need this. Those are the things that I need. My fat ass needs to get on the ground. Lovely. I need to get on with that dog across the street. I don't care. Dog ain't hurting nobody. There we go. What I like to do first is loosen this thing up. The oil is hot. I just wrote it on a parts run that I may post later. So if you don't want to burn your hands, or if that's an issue for you, I don't know what to tell you. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I got the other thing going. The other microphone. So hopefully it should be able to pick it up. I got the good mic going. Go ahead and loosen up this primary. I don't have gloves. I should probably get gloves. I do not have gloves. Got this nice chrome 114 cover. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Didn't make too bad of a mess taking the filter off. I just took, I'll show you in a minute. I took a 1 gallon jug and I cut the side out of it. And I used the piece that I cut out of it for a funnel for the oil filter. I got neighbors doing their thing. It's the weekend, so whatever they do, they do. There'll be dogs barking, there'll be cats meowing. There'll be all kinds of stuff. I ain't exactly done up or anything. I was mowing the lawn and gathering up tools and everything, but I'm never really done up anyways, so I don't think that matters. You know? It's not like I'm known for being dressed up. I'm going to use some towels here to hold this thing. For multiple reasons. I don't know if you can see that. That's my primary cover. And of course, I got the paper towels here. Why? Because I'm setting the primary cover face down on concrete. There is my clutch, my beautiful clutch. Fluid good? Yes, it's good. Before I drain it, I check that. Kind of gives me a what's up. Let me see. Alright. Upside down, so I need to go this way. And that's it. You never want righty-tighty to become righty-loosey. That's never, ever a good thing. And if you've worked on anything for any length of time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if the bolt's a little too hot and you let it drop in the oil, it's not a big deal, just let it go in the oil. Like, seriously. It's not a big deal. Just let it go. It's a bolt. And the oil is not going to hurt it. So just let it go. And of course, take a look at it. It's got the normal little, almost looks like, I don't know what you'd describe it as, like graphite powder. That's a 5/8 wrench I'm using. And I'm letting it drain out. Yes, I'm using a lot of paper towels because they're going underneath things and I'm fixing to go to the other side. There is that. And there is that. Am I going to need this? I should not need it. Cool. Let that drain for a minute. And a trick, if you have long hair, and if you have long hair, you probably already know this. Let me see. Am I in the camera? There we go. I got a sick bastard out there. That's about it right now. That's cool. Braid your hair before you start rolling around on the ground. It's bad enough to get leaves and stuff in it. Okay. Did I move that over? Yes, I did. I wish it was up just a little higher and I could put the big thing under it. That would be awesome, man. but it's not. And you might get a drop of oil or something on your concrete if that bothers you. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Soap and water cleans it up pretty good. That's what the paper towels are for. They go under that. Pour all my oil together. Swear the camera goes in different directions. No one is watching. Lovely. Can you hear me? I don't know. Is anyone else live? Probably. Really a good place to move out. I don't know. I'm probably about to find out. Also, if you're kind of big, having things to hold on to is good. So, where are we at? Oh yeah, this one's gonna need the socket. Okay, dude. Where is it? There we go. So hopefully my hair doesn't go in the oil back there. Oh, I'm gonna need a socket. 5/8 socket. Sweaty, clingy ass shirt. Lovely, lovely. I don't know if there is a good place to move those. Push that back over there. I'm going to put this right here. Yes, the oil is good and warm. There you go. Motor oil, my beauty secret, I guess. Does good get under your bike anyways. There's a couple separate videos I'm going to do. I'm checking my belt right now, because I can do it from this end. And I think my belt has a little bit too much movement in it. So that's going to be part of the service. I don't think it's going to be on this video, because I think I'm going to do a separate video specifically for that. Tightening up the belt. And it's also due to bleed the brakes. And that is definitely going to be a separate video. Well, not bleed the brakes, flush the brakes. And if you can hear me and you're listening, leave a comment, please. That way I know you can hear me. Like, leave a comment that you can hear me. I got the next one ready, if I need it. And I'm going to. There we go. It's all sent through. So it ain't no biggie. It's all clingy. That's what I mean. I cut the top out of it. And I use that piece that I cut out to fit around the filter. Yes, you can hear me. Cool. Vagisil. Awesome. Watching me work on my bike instead of working on yours. Awesome. Is the other one full? No, but it's close. That was a close one, man. And once again, I will repeat. if you have long hair. Braid that shit before you get to working on this stuff. It solves so many problems. Next, well, while it's finishing draining, I'll show you. This is from the primary. See if I can get this where you can see it good. I don't know if you can. There we go. Try to take a picture. You get this stuff that's like, kind of like, looks like graphite dust. It's normal. It's not a big deal. Come on. And that is my primary. Clean all that stuff off. All the little shavings. You're gonna have some little tiny metal shavings in there. That's what I was talking about. It's like a little graphite dust, but it's metal shavings. And they are going to be there. I will get to the O-rings in a minute. I got one more that I need to drain. This is also an advanced course on how to piss off your wife. I teach an advanced class. I'm thinking I might have this one ready too. Just in case. So I'm going to move this over here. Going to try to put this under where it's going to catch the drip. There you go. I still gotta figure out a way to get that wrench off. Let's see if I can do this without getting up and making a huge mess. There we go. There's no oil on it. I just want to make sure it's good and ready. Shouldn't be that damn much, to be honest with you. Where'd that bolt go? Ah, it's right there. Other one was over there. Okay, cool. Making sure, don't want to be losing them. I generally put the rags underneath. You're still going to get a little oil on the ground. Like I said, soap and water takes it off. You'll be fine. It's hard to do shit with my right hand. We're about to get to the fun part. And of course, take a look. There's not really anything on it. The, what do you call it? The primary always seems to have more. That's where your clutch and all that shit is. It's getting more wear. So you have more shit on it. The engine, transmission, you have just like a little bitty, that's it. And it's not bad. They're magnetic for a reason. Always check them. The transmission looks good. The motor looks good. And I'm going to leave these under there for the next step in this game. Because I do not have a stand or anything like that. This sweat is real. I get choked by my own tits. And I'll show you the engine. You'll see what I mean. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Just a little bit. Not much. That's the one for the engine. No, I'm not putting it in there just yet. Wipe my hands down good. That's probably why it'd be a good idea to wear gloves. Here. Ice cold beer over here. I'm not even drinking. Had. Now I have another. Okay. Here's the fun part. And hopefully I'm not draining this all over the floor while I do this. Carefully your kickstand. I'm standing it up, making sure it all drains out. Lean it over a bit. It's flashing. The keys are too far away. Hold on. Keys are right here, asshole. There we go. It balances very well. So don't get too carried away with it, especially if you ain't got a lot of ass to hold it up. Fortunately for me, I have a lot of ass. My counterbalance over here, you know? Kind of like on one of the big cranes or forklifts, I got a big counterbalance on the other end. So that helps. As long as you can hold on to it. And it's a Harley, so you make sure it goes all the way. It doesn't lean on the kickstand. It goes even further, and it goes click. Need your fob. Hello, yes. It was 2 feet too far away. Lovely, 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 lovely. Gotta go start putting plugs back in. I think I know what I may have forgot. I think I have it here. That's a 5/16, I may need that in a minute. Well, let's do foot pounds too. Inch pounds, centimeter pounds. I need to get my other one. Some of it in inch pounds and some of it in foot pounds. If you're looking at your primary bolt covers, that is not foot pounds, that is inch pounds. You do not want to make that mistake. Yeah, I got 14 to 21 foot pounds for the drain plugs. Let me go get that. It's probably still set. Yep, it is still set from the last time. Oh, good Lord. Dr. Harley could tell me for sure And thank you for watching. "25 to 35 inch pounds." Where are we at? Twenty. Yeah, I'll put it at 25. I will start low. And in this magic box, we have this, which 9 times out of 10, they will give you the wrong primary cover. If you have an M8 114 or an M8 117, they will give you the wrong damn one. I have the O-rings in there. Technically, shouldn't need them if you don't have them. In all honesty, you shouldn't need any of this if, you know, they're not leaking. It's good to replace them, but it's not going to be the end of the world if you reuse your primary gasket, this thing. Or, oh, if you reuse the O-rings, as long as you didn't tear one, it should be fine. Make it good and tight. Good and tight. Okay, I get it. Good and tight. So we're going to do this one. Like I said, I don't have a stand, so I'm just fat bitch getting on the floor. Put the socket on there? No. Where's the socket? That would help. I'll have to get back up for that. I'll show you my old gasket here in a minute. And you shall see what I mean. What I forgot to get ready was my funnels. A little bit of oil on there. Like, it don't need much. Just a wee bit. And if you have a design on your derby cover, I don't know if these holes will line up any other way. They look like they might. I've never tried it. But if it does, make sure you got your design facing the right direction. Mine says M8 114, so somebody can, I guess, brag to someone that they have a, what is it, 98 horsepower fucking Harley. But it's 100, but it's this, but it's that, but it's, who fucking cares? It runs good. You're not racing a Hayabusa with it, so what the fuck does it matter? The exhaust sounds like shit unless you replace it. Or you run it long enough that you blow everything out of the exhaust and then it starts sounding halfway good. And yes, I understand why Harley Davidson exhausts sound like crap from the factory. Because they got busted and Harley Davidson, the company, took the bite for the dealers. And so now you buy a Harley and the first thing you want to do is change the exhaust. Unless you like that genuine Harley Davidson sewing machine sound where Oh, I think I can hear my exhaust. It's not the exhaust, that's the breather. If you're ever questioning that, it's not your exhaust. But while you're under here, take a look at things like your brake lines, which I'm looking at right now. Make sure nothing's leaking. Make sure nothing's shiny that should not be shiny, because that means there's wear, there's something loose. There's no wires that are rubbing. There's no oil that's leaking from any place you haven't drained it, which you really need to look at it before you pull the plug for that. There's no fuel leaking from your fuel lines. There's no rub marks on anything. Like I said, I need to tighten up my drive belt back here. We're not going to do that in this video. I'm going to do a separate video probably next weekend, tightening that up. And I don't know if I'll do flushing the brakes at the same time. I might. I just might. Usually I would have already pulled the other plug. I don't know why I'm putting this on here. I need to put the oil in it. But I got the gasket on there. Take this back off. It's gonna be hard to put the oil in my primary with the cover on it. I'm sitting here running my damn mouth. At least I didn't go to tighten it down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. See what happens when you're talking to a camera? You get ahead of yourself. As long as you catch it, you're fine. And my gasket's on there. It's weird when you start recording things. But that gasket is in place. And I have this thing that I will replace. I'll show you the old one. Let's see how many of you are laughing at me. Always reuse the derby cover gasket. Ever reuse the drain plug O-rings. Yeah. Got her on. Thank you. Don't always throw these away. There's nothing wrong with this one. Show you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So, it goes on a nail on the wall. But if for some reason you don't have this O-ring, the world's not coming to an end. Just an O-ring. There we go. So I need to get up anyways for that. I don't know how toddlers do that. I honestly don't. I don't think you get feeling in your knees until you're probably a teenager. It just doesn't happen. And that should be good. I retitled the video, "Watching Fat People Get Up and Down." That's going to be the new title for this video. So if that's your kink, what can I tell you? I'm here to help you out. Always save these old O-rings. You may need them in the future. Always run threads in by hand, by finger, and get them going good. As good as you possibly can. I don't know if anyone's ever cross-threaded one of these. It'd be kind of hard. But similar size, spark plug. Plenty of people have cross-threaded those. You do not want to do that. Just like, seriously, do not do that. Run that thing as far in there as you can with your fingers. Make sure it's threading good. So that's the underside, we're fine. There we go. Off to the next one. So if you think you need a stand or anything like that to change the oil on your bike, you do not. What you do have to be willing to do is to get up and down off the ground And they get a little dirty. And of course, while you're under here, while you're changing the oil, and the oil's going to drip down a little bit, that's one of the reasons I leave the paper towels underneath it, you know. And you have paper towels and stuff, so wipe it down while you're under here. Like that little bit that comes back from pulling the transmission plug and the oil plug and the primary plug, all that. But each time you do that, it'll get a little bit tighter when I set it towards the low end of it. So yeah, good. I'm going to wipe that stuff off. And now we have the engine fill. Now the transmission fill, it's going to be behind here. And we have the primary on the other side. A transmission, I'm putting a little different fluid in from Harley. It's actually the same kind of fluid that basically I run in a big Tulsa winch at work. So here are these. If you're scared of getting dirty, this is not the job for you. Anyone else up here? Probably not. Charlie says, gotta run. So where the hell did I put my funnels? I know I had them. That is the thing I forgot to get ready. But while we're here, There we go. Should be right down in there. There it is. It's a little different shape because the adjuster for my rear shock is right there. Put this over here. Hopefully. Just want someplace it's not going to fall. Because that should be a 3/8. I haven't changed this one before. So how am I getting to that? Might need the other. No, I just had it. What do you think when that happens? One of these might fit it. I mean, it'll fit it, it's just getting to it. That might work. I had an L-shaped Allen wrench. I don't know where it just went. It's the 3/8 that goes to here. I just had it. I know that one will fit. I swore I put it right in here. So I put all my tools in there. Apparently, I did not. I don't know. I'll find it later. I don't remember a 5/16 or 3/8. I'll see if I can get to it from here. I'm gonna need that thing on this one. So where could I have put it? Just had it. Could not have gone far. I say that, but we all know the truth. I'll not bring it over here. God, the only way I'm going to be able to get to that one is I need the L-shaped one. Why not? Thank God. Nasty ass sweat. Yeah. Now how I'm getting a funnel in there, I have no idea. So how the hell are you even supposed to check that? That is the stupidest fucking design. My God. I'm just getting this thing out. I swear that is the stupidest design. I gotta take a picture of that. I'll post it later. Hey, sick bastard, how you doing? Where the fuck are my funnels? They better not be in my truck. I don't mean this truck. Sometimes I use my stuff at work. Oh, here we go. It should be clean, but I'll clean it again. You need a funnel like this. I am soon to need another one. I cleaned it last I used it. I will clean it again. The plugs are tightened. The Seals replaced. And I want to make sure I can even get to this thing. Good fucking God. Barely. I'm not even scratching my tank. Good. You don't want to do that. Now, just so you know, what I'm using for my transmission, 80W140. They changed the bottle too. They had it looking like the Sin 3. They just changed it to this Harley Davidson logo. It's from Harley Davidson. It's gear oil for the transmission instead of running Sin 3. How much does it take, you ask? It takes a quart. I'm going to pour this in a little at a time. This thing is kind of screwed up. I do not want to overfill it. It won't be overfilled, but you know what I mean. Like you pour too much in, and it comes out, and then it burps and it goes down. I don't want to do that. Fucking piece of shit. Not the bike. Harley Davidson. They're better fucking ideas. It shouldn't burp and bubble out, but you know what I mean? Especially it's a little thicker oil. And you're pouring it in there. It's not overfull, but it just goes in too fast and starts coming out the top before it can go all the way down. I don't want to do that. Know what I mean? There we go. One. How do I put this piece of shit back in there? Well, for starters, you take the funnel out. That would probably be the best thing to do first. And thread this in there nice and gently. I've never changed the oil on this bike. Harley's always changed it. And once again, they got the oil filter way, way, way too tight. I haven't put the oil filter on. I know. There we go. And that does not need to be very tight. I mean, it needs to be snug. But about right there should be more than enough. That should be perfect. There's no reason for that to be any tighter. Where would my oil filter be? Where could it be? This is what I was talking about earlier. I took off the top of the oil jug to drain my filter. Just take a gallon oil jug, cut the side off of it, slides under there nice and good, no problems. Know what I mean? The rest is just Sin 3. That's all I'm putting in there. Except for the transmission, which gets the Harley Davidson gear oil. If you're wondering why I'm using Harley Davidson, at least while it's still got warranty under it, if anything happens, God forbid, while there are right to repair laws and all that stuff, first thing they're going to check is the oil. And I can say, but Harley, all I've ever used is your name brand Harley Davidson oil. Couldn't be anything wrong with oil. Know what I mean? This is another thing to run on by hand. Like literally. Run it on by hand. Right there, where it starts to touch, turn it. Oh, about half a turn. Right there. Do not crank that thing down with a filter wrench. For God's sake. Please, hide out my face in front of the camera. Do not crank that down with a filter wrench, ever. I don't care what else you do in life. If you crank an oil filter down with a filter wrench, you are going to hell. Do you understand? That is how bad of an offense that is. Anyone who tightens an oil filter with a filter wrench will be eternally damned. Just saying. I'm not saying don't sometimes when you can't really get a hold of it, use the filter wrench to turn it, but do not tighten it down with it. Like, seriously. And do not overflow it. Ding, ding, ding. One. Oh. No, I'm not throwing the containers away. They're going to AutoZone. Or O'Reilly's. Probably O'Reilly's. They're closer. Más cerveza. Por favor. Buenos días, mi amigas and amigos. ¿Qué pasó? How the fuck are you? Or we could cry. Dobrý den. Jak se máš? More. Dobrý večer. You know, what the fuck? Okay, that beer's empty. I'm not going to put all of the fifth one in there. I find it doesn't quite take all of it. I put 4 in, I check it, kind of guesstimate. The hell did it splash back? I'd like to put a more comfortable seat on this bike. I just don't have the money. If I had the money for that, Harley Davidson would be doing the oil change. And not me. I think what I'm going to do with their prices is maybe every 10 or 15,000. Depending on my money, I'll have Harley do it. Maybe. She's kind of hard to swallow. There. I'll lose count. Like I said, if you're that worried about getting a drop of oil on the floor in your garage, this is not the job for you to do. Now, you shouldn't be getting a whole lot of oil on, that's a different story, but you're going to get a couple of drops. It just is. Let that sit there for a second. Have we counted off a second? You read that, it says full on hot on Jiffy stand. Now, for the primary, you go. Now you can get fancy tools to do this, or you can just put a funnel in there. Either way is up to you. See, the thing too now is there's no oil in the filter. And guess what? The primary, it is just fine. Just like it is. So now, I will put the primary lid on. Cover, derby cover. Shiny thing that says 114, I will put that on. And torque it down. My torque wrench is already set. Sorry to put it on earlier when I changed the gasket. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? The other part of doing this, if you're doing it live especially, if you're recording clips, you don't have to talk constantly. But if you're doing it live, you kind of have to think of things to say. So it's kind of a different art, if that makes any sense. Some of y'all have your own channels, you know exactly what I'm saying. You don't want a bunch of dead space, which is inevitably going to be there. You're going to have some dead space. It's going to happen. It just is. Then once again, while you're under here, check things out. Make sure there's no leaks. No anything like that. And of course, we're going to torque these down in a star pattern, alternating. You know how to do gaskets, don't you? We all know how to do gaskets. If you're doing this, I hope you know how to do that simple thing. I'm pretty sure you all do. And it's inch pounds, not foot pounds. You do not want to make that mistake. I'm pretty sure plenty of people have. I've already said it. So I'll take the socket and I'll run it down good with my fingers first. Kind of same thing. And same pattern. So neurotic. I'm also impulsive. It's not necessarily a good combination. Hey, there's my gas tank drain. Cool. It does do good to get under and look and see where everything's located. Just be familiar with your bike for in case things happen. And yes, that belt definitely needs to be tightened. Okay, torquey wrenchy, here you go. I have a video out there. It's a short of the last time I did this, twerking down a primary, or the dirty cover. I believe I did it to the song Area Codes, like or when it says, I got hoes in different area codes. I was making a joke about a friend of mine. She always said, you don't have to marry a mechanic, but you should at least fuck one. She's talking about getting her car repaired. Oh, that one's good. And I just go through and double check. That's why I start on the low end. And there we go. Shine up my little piece of chrome while I'm here. But that's all twerked down. Okay. And then put my hand on it, get a big handprint all over it. Just lovely. Isn't it lovely? Slide this stuff over. I can get to it on the other side. The other reason you don't want a whole bunch of oil on your floor is, well, your bike and your feet. You don't want a slick spot. If you need a couple of drips or something, it's fine. Just wipe it up. Come back later with some soap and water. And a scrub brush. It's amazing what soap and water and a scrub brush will do on concrete. Just saying, you know. See if we got anybody else over here. Let me see. Oh, we still live. Nice. You think you're... Oh, that's awesome. Says Tara, I just did my Harley 2 days ago. I think I'm just happy it still runs after I did that. Well, I haven't started it back up yet, so we'll see. Someone a lot better than me is in the comments section up there. I think he had to go. That was Dr. Harley. But this is how he makes his living. Well, not necessarily doing oil changes. He's not a grease monkey. He's a mechanic. Far above my caliber. when it comes to motorcycles. You want to work on a dozer or a Peterbilt or a Pettibone crane? That's where my skills are. That's what I went to school to do. Northeast Area Vocational Technical College, Claremore, Oklahoma. I had a teacher named Mr. Brown, and Mr. Brown was on the tribal council. Tribal officer was a friend of mine. I grew up with him. I have family that don't look like me. We were poor. We got white cans of chicken and pork and stuff that had a drawing, like a black drawing of a chicken and stuff on it, and powdered eggs and all that shit. And we hung curtains up in the rooms to hold the heat in. And, well, some of y'all in Florida may not get that one. I don't know. I was in Oklahoma, and it does get cold there. I need a flashlight. Flashimus, lightimus. Yeah, it looks good. You gotta make sure on that transmission when you take it out, leave it out, drop stuff in it, and all that good shit. Like I said, there's some more things I'm going to be doing on this bike that it's due for. I'm thinking it needs some new brakes, particularly the front brakes. I need to flush the brake system. And I need to tighten the belt on it. I do need to do that. So, those are videos that'll be coming up. I have took the flashlight away too soon. This goes in here, goes there. This stays set, or my fat ass can ride it. I'll show you how this looks different. Some of y'all have Harleys, if you can see it. It turns the wrong way. Ah, you can start seeing it there. You see that cutout? So I can get out of the frame. You see that cutout on it right there? That's where the adjustment for the rear shock. And it's right in the way if you're getting to the dipstick, the fill for the transmission. I like the other style, the aftermarket that mounts on the other side better, that you turn. I like it better than this one. I mean, it's a great idea, but Harley could have mounted it better. Because it's just in the freaking way. Is that my only complaint about Harley Davidson? Fuck no. Do I still ride Harley Davidsons? Yeah. Of course. You think I'm gonna ride Goldwing? Probably. Next. I've got nothing against the Goldwing. What's in there? I mean, my next bike will probably be, well, if I lose everything, the way the economy is, because, well, Bidenomics kind of sucks. I don't know who's running the country. It ain't him. I'm a truck driver. He's not very good for the industry. If I lose everything, it'll probably be a Road King for like $5,000 off of Facebook Marketplace. I'm just being real there. If I don't lose everything and I pay all this crap off, it'll either be a Road Glide or it's going to be a Goldwing, one or the other. And I've got nothing against the Goldwing. And I know the Harley dealer does not like hearing me say that. But I don't. It's a good bike. See what else is out here. Ah, you do see it. Yeah. Look up a 2022 Harley Davidson Fat Bop. You'll see, like for the rear shock adjustment, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. That adjustment is right there above your fill for your transmission. Okay, is this thing in neutral? Now, the battery, I don't know if I got it charged up enough riding it. I've got a code on it I need to clear because the battery was too low. Anyone else ride a Harley? Anyone else know the code that I'm talking about? Is it in neutral? Because this bike will not stop if it's not in neutral. It's going to get loud. So if it offends your ears, turn it down. See, I got everything back in. Just double checking. Yeah, that's back in, that's back in, that's back in, that's back on. Okay, cool. Well, I guess not. So, I believe it's in here. Yes, it is. Always be prepared. For what? I don't know. But be prepared. This may kill my computer. I don't know if it's charged enough. I doubt that's going to be enough. No. Battery is dead. I just wrote it in here too. Blinky, blinky, blinky. It is in neutral. Will you stop? The keys are right fucking here. What the hell? Will you stop? Hopefully that'll go off in a minute. But if it's dead, I have a fob right here. Here is the fob, my friend. Just ran it. I just wrote it on. Apparently did not charge enough. I don't know. How do I turn it off? May not know. If any of you know, let me know. I need to charge it. I just did that. I already did that. Apparently it was both. I like when it's like, I just did that. So I'm going to have to wait for it to charge before I can start it up. But I can already tell you it's going to take about half, a little over half of that last quart. But it's not going to take all of it. I mean, you can pour all of it in, it's going to blow it out. So, just back over to here. Do not start flashing again, motherfucker. Your fob is right there. But anyways. Where's my hair? Ah. I'll try to get a better angle now that we're kind of done. There we go. You can see me. Anyways, this is part of the 5,000 mile service on this bike. And we are going to flush the brake system. I'm going to do a separate video for that. Because people will be looking for, how to flush the brakes on it. So I'm going to be doing a separate video and then probably the next week or two. I know before the camp out. I shouldn't be taking this bike to the camp out. It's the wrong bike for that distance. But I should be taking the one back there. I should have that one out before then. Next weekend, if I don't do that, I'll be tightening up the belt on this one. It does need to be tightened. One of the things you need to check is all your turn signals, all your lights, your license plate light, your brake lights, and I mean, if you're not tall enough to sit here and do this, or I saw Dr. Harley on his video. He put a loop right there on the brake. That worked. Also, you might want to step on that one down there and make sure they work. Check your turn signals, your flashers, your low beams, your high beams. Make sure nothing is leaking. While you're under there and you're draining everything, while I was under there, I'm looking to see if there's any oil leaking from anything, if there's any fuel that's leaking from anything, check your battery, check your terminals, clean them up. All that stuff needs to be done. Check your tire tread. My tire tread is good. I got these big clunky lug useless things. Well, they're not useless. They're actually really good on dirt road. If you see the stock tires they come out with on these, they got lug. They're not off-road tires, but they kind of look like it. Make people kind of think they're off-road tires. They're not. But they're good on a dirt road. They suck on water. Just hands down, they suck in the rain. I'm wanting to get some Pirelli, what is that, Night Dragons to put on it. Also, there's a pin right here that needs to be lubricated. I'm not doing that at the moment. I will be doing that. The clutch is good. The adjustment is good. You never want that too damn tight. It's within like an 1/8 inch at the moment. You don't want either end of that clutch. You don't want to set your clutch too tight, and you don't want to tighten your cable too tight. Because then when it gets hot, it's going to pull and it's going to drag. So you want just that little bit of free play. And when you're tightening the actual clutch, you go around, gravity, hey, that works. You know what I mean, if you've ever tightened a clutch up. Just like a pre-trip, yes, just like a pre-trip, exactly like a pre-trip. If you pre-tripped a truck, well, I guess you could see like rust running from bolts and stuff on here. That is an option. But you see something shiny, it shouldn't be shiny, something's hitting it. You see something leaking, you see something rubbing, rub marks in a wire and a hose and anything, kind of common sense. Let me look at my brakes. I looked at them a while back, I hadn't been running it. Oh god, those are so close. They got plenty of pad, but they're close. I don't know if I'm going to change those just yet. I do use a lot of front brake. I do a lot of trail braking. Especially on this bike. Especially on this bike. Going into a curve, preloading the front tire. Once you get used to that wide front tire, and you're just preloading it going into a curve, I use a lot of front brake. Man, those are so close to whether I should. They're not worn out by any degree, but they're close enough. If I'm going to do that, I don't know. I'll make up my mind. One way or the other, I will make up my mind as to what I am going to do. If I'm going to replace the brakes, at least the front. Or my next couple of videos are going to be tightening up the drive belt and flushing the brake system. So look for those coming up. And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. You can abuse the like button all you want. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share. And I'm going to catch y'all later. Like I said, this is also an advanced class in how to piss off your wife. That was mine that was calling. I teach an advanced class. It's extra credit, but it's advanced. I will catch y'all later. So, adios. Hasta la vista. Sayonara. Nashla. Ciao. I will catch you later. Deuces, yo. Where the fuck is that button? Here it is. Bye.